Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Unfortunately, December was a quieter month in terms of Blindfire news. However, that's not surprising due to most of D11 being off for Christmas. That being said, let's get into what did happen during December. First off, this happened later in the month, but in case it's still going, Blindfire is 10% off on Steam starting December 19th until January the 2nd. So if you've been thinking about getting it and the sale is still on, go for it. In other news, the only update of the month was released on the 5th of December, accompanied by a dev blog. The Holidays in the Dark patch featured new cosmetics, including the masks you can see on screen, video tutorials, a new map for smaller kill race matches, along with tweaked rules for these smaller matches, and finally, new traps including the Worker's Forgotten Lamp, container traps, wall lights, and the Shutter, which is essentially a garage door that players can put up and down. In addition, this update also had a few fixes, nothing major though. On December the 21st, a Q&A was released over on Twitter with the lead designer of Blindfire, Matt. I'll leave the link to the full video in the pinned comment, but here are a couple of things that I found interesting.
So I don't actually know if this was my idea, it was very early on, but one of the initial ideas for getting players out of corners was to have all the walls slowly close in, like the trash compactor from Star Wars. It was very, very cool and very funny, but it did mean that it was very restrictive on the environmental level design, so we had to move away from that in the end. But if we can come up with ways of solving those problems, it could come back on a special map one day.
He also commented on one of the main criticisms of the game, just turn up the brightness law.
So I just wanted to clear something up. A lot of people comment that why don't you just turn up the brightness and win the game, lol. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately for them. In a typical dark game, there is light in the scene. It is very dim, but it's there. So when you turn up the brightness, it enhances the light that's there and makes it brighter. In our game, in the darkness, there is no light at all. There is no information there for the TV or the monitor to enhance. All you're going to get is a grey ocean of nothingness rather than a black ocean of nothing.
And the final thing he said, which I actually think is the most interesting, is commenting on what will be the next update, what will happen in the new year.
Cool, so in the new year we'll have our biggest update yet. We're going to bring in lots of new features. We're going to bring in bots for you to play against to fill up the lobbies. We're going to have private matches so you can set your own rules, invite your friends in and just play without any interruptions. Thank you everyone who's given Blindfire a try. Thank you for all the feedback that you've sent us, and thank you for supporting us on this journey. We hope you have an amazing Christmas, lovely holiday season, and we'll see you again in the new year with even more content.
Well, this was a really short one, but hopefully January can be more exciting. This was Blindfire News for December 2024, and I'll see you in the next one.